Dean Ashton, it has been a very, very busy evening. We're going to continue taking calls from Chelsea fans. I've got to say, quite unanimous in their disappointment. I'll read out some of your messages on the text as well very shortly. But let's get to the calls if we can. Who should we choose? Let's choose Sam, Chelsea fan. Good evening.
Good evening, guys. How are we doing?
Very well. How are you feeling?
I'm absolutely furious. Absolutely furious tonight. I was at the gym and I saw it pop through on my phone. To be honest, I don't know what to say. I think I speak on behalf of every single Chelsea fan that Todd Bowley and Ed Barley are running this club into the ground. Ever since they came and got rid of Tuchel, it's gone from bad to worse. I don't really know what to say.
It is a question that you might have to ask. We want to say, look, Monsieur Pochettino wasn't happy with the situation. You know, the hierarchy at the club maybe wanted to do something a little bit different to him. But when you take a little bit of a step back and you look at the football club as a whole, you look at the women's side of the game, Emma Hayes, best coach that we've seen at Chelsea, she is now leaving the football club. Thomas Tuchel sacked after 100 days in charge. Graham Potter brought in, he couldn't make a success out of it, and he was let go after a very, very short period. Then they bring in Frank Lampard instead of turning to a new manager. Why they needed an interim at a club as big as Chelsea was another question mark. And now Mauricio Pochettino has gone, and it feels like you have to say that the hierarchy at the football club are maybe the problem. You know, if you look around the situation, it can't just be Pochettino, it can't just be Tuchel. There's there's no coincidences here.
I think it's 100% the hierarchy, and like I said, since they came in, it's just gone downhill. Poch is, he's not a proven serial winner with trophies and stuff, but coaching young players and stuff, I have to be honest, I think it was a miracle that he got us to sixth this season, to a cup semi-final, to a cup final. For his first season, it's not bad. Not great, not bad. And seeing that news today is absolutely disgraceful. And they say now, we're going to get a young manager. We're going to give it 6 months' time. You know, play this cool in 6 months' time. We'll be a new manager. We'll be in the same position. It's run like an absolute circus. And people are laughing at us from all corners of the country, different clubs. They're saying, the circus continues. It's an embarrassment to be a Chelsea fan at the minute. We should have stuck by him. And the only thing I can say is, Bowley, get on the phone to Thomas Tuchel, say, I'm very sorry for what I did. We want you back, and we're gonna work together, and we're going to stick by you, because he's the only name that I've got. He loves the club, the fans love him, and at this rate, you know, Chelsea fans are just getting absolutely disgusted with what's going on. I'm so angry.
I mean, the problem is this will definitely put some managers off. The top managers will maybe look at this and say, not sure about this. Not sure I want to dive into this job with what I can see so far from this ownership.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, you know, under the Abramovich era, at least you had, you know, potentially a couple of years to try and make things happen. It was hire and fire, but this is just, you know, we've seen Tuchel, we've seen Potter, we've seen Lampard, we've seen Poch now. That's 4 managers in 18 months, 2 years. And it's just, why is anyone going to say, I'm going to move to London, I'm going to move my family, I'm going to do this, when, you know, 6-8 months later I could be out of a job. And like you say, any potential big manager that's out there, they're not going to, you know, they're not going to come for us. Last shout from me, why don't we get on the phone to Jurgen Klopp? Worst he can say is no.
Well, yeah, it would be a big shout, particularly as he just promised the Liverpool fans he wouldn't manage anywhere else in the Premier League. Maybe give him a little bit of time. But Sam, we appreciate your call this evening. Max is also a Chelsea fan. Sam was disgusted. Do you feel the same way, Max?
Not at all, mate. Not at all.
You're the first.
You are the first positive
that's
to
why
this.
I felt obliged to call up.
You maybe will be in a minority, but explain to us why you feel that way.
Okay, so in pre-season, Pochettino gave the big Chelsea speech, how we're winners, he's come here to win, and it's not a process. We lose 2 games, and he's back to his Spursy ways, and they're just saying it's a process, disrespecting the club in every press conference. And I was never Pochettino to begin with, so how can we Pochettino now? It's a good day for Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel or Robert De Zerbi, either one, and we'll be good.
What were you expecting out of this season when Poch came in?
I was disrespected they signed him in the first place. However, after pre-season, I was actually quite impressed, and I did have quite high hopes. First game against Liverpool, played great. and then it just fell apart. We were 12th all year, and the only reason we got 6th was because everyone else was so bad as well.
You only had 1 defeat in the last 15 games.
But if you watch Chelsea games, you will know how bad we played in the majority of those games.
Dean?
I mean, you didn't take your chances early on in the season, and you've started to score goals, and it's a young squad and injuries. It's not been smooth for Pochettino. He's had a lot of things to almost swim against the tide, and he's still managed, especially towards the end of the season, to have a team that looks like it could genuinely challenge for top 4 next season.
I don't disagree with what you said. And if Poch stayed, I wouldn't have been mad about it. But the fact he's gone, I'm not mad about that either. I don't think he liked us. I don't think we liked him. He didn't like the owners. The owners didn't like him. There was not really any reason for him to stay.
Who do you want in charge next?
Number 1, obviously, going to be Tuchel.
Another Tuchel.
Is that purely because he won the Champions League?
That and just his passion and obvious just love for the club.
I'm stunned by it. I am surprised by it. Chelsea fans, if you think Thomas Tuchel should return, maybe that's where we should direct the conversation. 03717 223344. Max, thank you very much for your call this evening. The first person who is happy that Mauricio Pochettino is leaving Chelsea, who's given talkSPORT a call this evening. I get the feeling he never liked him. I don't know about
I think
you.
It was the Spurs connection. Might have done it.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.